Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Wrap for today, October 10th, 2014. Hopefully, you all had a fantastic week. If I could speak correctly, I wouldn't have stuttered there. And we have a little bit of stuff to talk about as far as the channel's concerned today, and a little bit of a D&D update, though storyline-wise, not much was progressed last night. First and foremost, it's officially fall. I am wearing a hoodie. This is the very first time I'm wearing a hoodie this year. It's kind of chilly out. It's chilly in my apartment. I don't like to crank the heat up unless it's absolutely necessary. And the hoodie is kind of the way to go for me. I feel super comfortable. And for all those who know and follow me on Twitter, I got this new one at American Eagle yesterday. Oh, yeah. American Eagle. My favorite store of all time. I ended up finding a gift card that I got last Christmas from my fiance's parents. So I was able to go out and buy some clothes at American Eagle. It was fantastic. So yeah, I got this, and I got a brand new fleece, like button down long sleeve plaid shirt, which is not too surprising. But speaking of clothes, let's actually talk about some stuff that's important. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that there is a new t-shirt design up on Spreadshirt. You can go check it out right now. The front says "Who Has Games?" and the back says "Matt Has Games" with a goofy cartoon picture of myself right below it. It's pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. And if you're, a coffee drinker or something, there is a coffee mug with that goofy face on it as well. A lot of people, when I put it up on Twitter, loved the idea, so I put it up on Spreadshirt that day. And of course, Dracula Fetus is the guy to thank for that one. We will have an official t-shirt commercial kind of parody video coming out in the next couple of days. Me and Dean have been working on it. It's short. I think it's pretty funny. Hopefully you guys will think it's pretty funny as well. You'll see it when it's done. I will actually probably contacting Dean today to see how far along that t-shirt commercial. I keep calling it a commercial, but it's like a parody of a commercial. When that's going to be done. I think it's going to be pretty freaking hilarious, so I'm excited for it. Speaking of art designs, there is one other thing that you're going to notice change as far as art is concerned over the next probably month. I would assume it'd be done, maybe even before then. For a long time, I've had a hard time thinking, especially as I've gotten bigger, there's little things like my YouTube icon that I like, but it was not drawn and made specifically to be my icon. Though, of course, it is kind of come to represent my channel in a way over the course of this past year. I want something that is specifically like designed to be my channel logo. And my good friends over at Classy Dicks, you can check them out at twitch.com/ClassyDicksTV. They are dudes that are one of them has been a friend of mine for many years. They just got into streaming, but one of his friends that he works with is a graphic design kind of guy. And we're coming up with a logo for the channel, like an official Mathis Games logo. And it's funny because I never went in, mindset, this is going to be something I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I better come up with a cool name and a cool logo. Instead, it was something that kind of took off accidentally, and I kind of got stuck with no logo because I didn't think about it. So he's like, so what are you known for? What is this? What is your channel? Or when people think of you, what do they think of? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think anybody thinks of anything. So what did we do? I gave him like 3 things: my name, Mathis Games, a beard, because a beard has kind of become what I have had for most of this actually at this point, a beard, and plaid, because I wear a lot of plaid and I wear a lot of American Eagle. So one of the very first designs, and if you follow me on Twitter, I actually ask directly for your feedback about the logo. So if you want input on this, follow me on Twitter. The link's below. And the logo we have so far is a plaid beard. It's a beard, but it's plaid, and it says Mathis in the beard and Games underneath. And the 2 eyes are like, one eye is like the directional buttons for a controller. The other eye is like the X, A, B, Y buttons. And then the nose is like the start and select right now. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's still obviously a work in progress. He says the version they have right now is really awesome. And he's got a couple of versions for me to check out and choose. Once I have those versions, this is a good chance I will just tweet them out and see which ones you guys like the best. So make sure you stick around for that. And when we finally come across one, that's probably what's going to be my channel logo, and we'll have t-shirts and all that stuff for that as well. So we'll have actually like 3 t-shirt designs up on Spreadshirt. I'm excited. It's going to be pretty freaking cool, and they're really good guys for doing it for me. So And they're wicked funny too, so you should definitely check them out on Twitch, twitch.tv. They stream pretty much every day anyway, so you'll always find them online streaming to watch at some point, so check them out. So that's done. The other thing I want to talk about before we get into D&D, and the final thing I want to talk about as far as channel is concerned, is I just kind of want to thank you guys for the incredible support you've given me for the Alien Isolation series. Sega did not claim my videos, hallelujah. I didn't think they were, but I was still worried a little bit. But they did not, so that's awesome. And Alien Isolation is shaping up so far to be the game I've been looking for in an Alien game. Unfortunately, it's also a horror game, so that means I'm really bad at it, and it like terrifies me pretty much every 5 minutes. But the response to the series has been overwhelmingly positive, and I was nervous going into it. I'll admit, I was very nervous going into it because it was a AAA game, and unfortunately, since Shadow of Mordor didn't work out, I didn't know if Alien was going to work out. And not only that, but it's a little bit out of my niche when it comes to my YouTube channel. It was a horror AAA game, which I was really nervous about doing. I was introducing my face cam, which you've already seen the cam, which means I used my new setup, my new camera and all that stuff, which required a little bit of work. It was one of the first videos that has, well, I want to say it's for this past month. We've been doing an outro. So there's just been a lot of tweaks to my videos over the course of many, many weeks. And this is being the biggest change, the biggest difference. And it's probably, who's text? Oh, it's Twitter. It's probably easily one of my most successful series of all time. I mean, I got a little announcement that said, Mathis, Alien Isolation Part 1 got more likes in the first 3 days than all of your other videos from the last 6 months. That's huge. That's a lot of support. That's insane. And of course, we could chalk it up to being a brand new game, being out on day one. We'll have some new viewers and stuff. But those new viewers enjoyed the series enough to like the video and stick around. And the subsequent episodes, because episode 1 is, for any series, it's always going to be the biggest of the series. Always going to have the most views, the most likes, and all that stuff. But as we go along and look at the other episodes, you guys have just been loving it and supporting it, and that has not gone unnoticed by me. So thank you so much for that support on that video, because it really does kind of let me breathe a breath of fresh air and know that I can try new things on my channel without worrying that you guys are going to be like, this sucks. You guys really like it. I mean, of course, there still might be shitty series if I pick a bad game or something, but Alien is not only a really good game and I'm enjoying it, but you guys are enjoying watching me play it. So thank you so much for that support. I do appreciate it. So finally, D&D update for those who enjoy D&D updates. Storyline-wise, really not much happened last night. I'm trying to think of like a good. We ended up fast forwarding 5 months in the future. My character has kind of a watchful eye put on him because his magic is uncontrollable, and they want to make sure that I'm not causing any problems, whether on purpose or accidentally, which makes sense. And we ended up getting a mission, or one of our party members ended up getting a mission that we had to go to, where we went to go investigate this lord who has been missing for 39 years and is considered a war criminal, and she disappeared after the war ended about 39 years ago. But her banners have been spotted flying in this wood next to the Mournlands. And if you know what the Mournlands are in Eberron, the Mournlands essentially are a big chunk of the map that is desolate wasteland where magic is uncontrollable. It is wild magic, essentially. It's a gigantic country of wild magic. A tragedy happened there. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but something happened there that caused the country to explode and become a desolate wasteland of wild magic. So her banners have been seen flying within the forest near there, and she's been missing for 39 years. So we went into the forest to look, and we followed the tracks thanks to this goblin tracker, and we come to this house where they apparently have been marching to and from many, many times. And this house looks like it's been underwater for years. It is all waterlogged. It has mold growing on it, and it's kind of like on this little peninsula type deal. It's like right on the water. But it seriously seems like it's been underwater for years. And evidence suggests, as we were searching, it has literally been fully submerged in water for a long time. And everything in there is magically trapped in some way. Whether it's because of the wild magic zones or whatever, there is magic on everything. There was a piano that we touched and it set off an Odaluk's irresistible dance spell. Luckily, I wasn't anywhere near it. There was another thing we opened up. It was like a decanter of endless water, but it ended up using the spell Summon Elemental Swarm, So 3 water elementals came out, and then if we left it open, or there's a chance that every 10 minutes another water elemental will show up. So that was a trap, and there was just a bunch of other things in there, like a portrait that if looked at causes the rage spell. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. So that's kind of where we are, and we went halfway through that house, and we have no evidence that she's been there, no evidence that anybody's even been living there, even a little bit, because there's just been no food, no signs, whatever. So we're kind of going through this house, and we're looking for, and we kind of have theories that maybe these troops that are flying her banners are undead, and that the wild magic zone being so close, like right on the border, has influenced these corpses that were once her soldiers to come back to life and just wander aimless through the forest, because the tracks, as far as we know, seem to be going everywhere through the forest. On top of that, we didn't make a high enough check to tell if they looked like shuffling steps or they were like, stumbling steps. So we can't really deduce if they're undead or not. So it's still a theory, and we don't really have any evidence to back it up one way or the other. And that's what we are, as far as we had to stop there. It was getting really late, so we will finish up that mansion next week, and hopefully we'll have something, kind of come of it. We are at the cusp of the next story arc. The last story arc ended with my character, dying and coming back to life. Like, that was the end of the psionic story arc for the most part. There's still a couple of psionic like big bads out there, but something I didn't really talk about too much was, like, when my character came back, there was a huge war that the other 3 characters went on, and they fought legions of soldiers, and, like, there was just a lot of stuff that happened that wrapped up that crazy story arc with the psionic creatures, like the Kalishtar or whatever. And now we're heading off, and it seems like the next story arc's about to pick up, like part 2 of the campaign. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening, and if that happens next time, then I will be sure to let you know. And that's it, really, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for the Alien support. I can't wait to keep producing more of those videos. It really does. Like, it's so weird because when you have, like, that kind of support, I just want to sit down and record Alien for hours at a time. But thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. I hope you guys go and check out the new t-shirts. Even if you don't want to buy one, taking a look at the designs and, putting your thoughts out there is appreciated. And if you follow me on Twitter, give me your thoughts on the logos when I do tweet them out. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you next Friday. And until then, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.